It was a little over a month ago when Viola Davis took what would have been considered a strange tactic several years ago in Hollywood. Now it's almost standard operating procedure to promote her movie, The Woman King. She said if you don't go see this, well, you must have a problem with black women. If you don't go and support this movie and put down your money to support this movie, you're supporting the narrative that black women can't lead the box office. And what did we see? Well, they certainly led the box office with The Woman King, didn't they? The mainstream media was very quick to claim victory and say, it's incredible, #1 at the box office, with only a $19 million opening weekend, a part of one of the worst Septembers we've seen in history in 25 years. That's how pathetic the box office was. But the media, along with Viola Davis and everyone involved with this movie, tried to push the narrative that this was a great success, that it was just incredible, that it's amazing, and that they owned all the haters. Well, fast forward 5 weeks from release, and I've got news for you. This is a complete and total flop. The Woman King is sitting right now at $77 million at the worldwide box office. And you might say, hey, that's not bad for a little movie. Unfortunately, it needs $125 million to break even. Right now, it's sitting nearly $50 million in the red, and that's not gonna change anytime soon. Take a look at what it's been doing at the box office. We talked about this first weekend. $19 million. Then a drop off 42%, pretty good hold, but not a very big opening weekend either. 11 million, then 6, then 5, then 3. And of course, this one's going to dwindle down to maybe $1.5, maybe $2 million at this weekend's box office. And again, the problem for them is that this movie cost $50 million to make. They spent at least another $75 million on marketing. When you factor in the box office cut, because you know, theaters get a portion of that money too, they're sitting at $125 million needed to break even for this movie not to lose money. But unfortunately for The Woman King, unfortunately for Viola Davis, and unfortunately for the mainstream media that protected this so hard, it's not going to do that. It's simply not going to make it because domestically, it's effectively stalled out. It might make another couple million here or there, but internationally, it's doing nothing. I can show you the international numbers. The top earners in the United Kingdom at $2.6 million, and it doesn't have very many openings left. Australia, that's a pretty big market, so maybe a couple $1 million you're gonna get from Australia. Germany, it came out a couple weeks ago. Italy, it comes out December 1st. And then Spain, it comes out November 25th. That's it. I mean, you're gonna rack up, if you're lucky, a couple $1 million between them. This is a flop. Viola Davis, I'm sorry. You know, you tried your best to guilt people into doing this by using race. You went woke Hollywood on everybody and you said, if you don't do this, you're a racist. Just like Billy Eichner said, if you don't go watch this, you're a bigot, you're a homophobe. Turns out the audiences aren't too into that. That's not the best way to get people to go to your movie. And it's only something that's become a thing in Hollywood over the past several years. Maybe it's the fact that when people found out what this movie is really all about, that the heroes, that the women that you've been bragging about and saying you've looked up to for the past several months of marketing, when people really found out that those women were pretty disgusting and despicable slave traders themselves, that became a problem for a lot of people, including a lot of people in the black community who were hashtag boycott Woman King. They got that trending. It wasn't a bunch of white conservatives that got that trending. No, it was not. It was the black community. So this is just one more reminder that despite when the mainstream media might go out there and champion something and say, oh, this is incredible, this is amazing. Look, it was the #1 thing in the box office. You got to remember a few things, like a movie actually does have to continue making money to be profitable. And 2, being #1 in the box office when it had a record low month, not all that impressive. The worst September in 25 years, a quarter of a fucking century. This isn't like including inflation, anything like that. It's the lowest September box office in 25 years because so many people didn't want to be a part of these woke releases, so many of them which came out in September. And so now, with it nearing really the point where it's flatlining, it's pretty safe to say that the Woman King is going to lose money, that the Woman King is a complete and total flop, and that Viola Davis, I guess she's not going to be happy because people didn't go support black women at the box office. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.